Welcome to A Bunch of Losers with me, Derrick Fox. Guess what? We don't have to change the name of the show because I lost. And we get to keep on keeping on as a big loser. Today's episode, we have Stephen Lee as the host. I'm the guest. And we are talking about, losing MasterChef and all the amazing things that have come from it. So, special episode. Enjoy it.
You're 18 minutes late.
I'm 18 minutes late.
I actually fucking grabbed my dish and I fucking walked out. You caught me as I was getting ready to leave.
You were about to bounce?
I was fucking done, man.
You were upset?
I was fucking livid. I just drove 2 fucking hours here and your motherfucker lives like 12 minutes away and you can't fucking get here on time? Fuck, man. That was fucking intense.
I was 3
You're
minutes
lucky you
late.
fucking caught me.
I was 3 minutes late and I was sitting in the car because I was looking for your truck. I didn't know you had this sweet Audi.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
All right. Well, it's fucking good. It's over. We got through it. Thank God I didn't fucking leave because that would have been the last time you ever seen me. I would never fucking talk to you again, never picked up your thing. Any fucking Instagram shit you talk to me, I just fucking delete. Fuck that shit.
The different sides of Steven. I don't even know right now, man. Are you good?
Except for this fucking microphone getting in my way. God damn it. Fuck. Fucking ass is hurting so bad. Fucking sitting in that goddamn car all fucking 2 hours. Fucking. Hey, I was riding Holly the other night and she fucking bucked me, man. Fucking ass hurt now. Oh well. So how I heard you fucking lost. You got finally out of the fucking thing, huh?
I'm a big loser.
You're the loser, huh?
Number 7.
Fuck.
Number 7.
You got to top 7?
Yeah. I went out in a double elimination with Amanda.
Yeah, with Amanda, huh? What'd you guys?
I did. On the fucking wall challenge.
Today is Sunday, so was that Wednesday? Was Wednesday your last challenge?
No.
The Wednesday before?
So the one that'll be airing last night. So it hasn't aired yet. It'll air last night. This is going to air the day after.
Air last night?
Well, because this is going to come out on Thursday.
Oh, so it's airing this Wednesday. Okay,
yeah.
Get my brain back in the whole fucking imagination land.
Imagination land.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at it like we're planting a seed right now.
Planting a seed,
and it's going to grow and it'll be fully grown Thursday. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Man, I should have smoked more weed before I came here. Fuck.
Dude, you cracked me up.
All right, so you went out with Amanda.
Yeah, it was the wall challenge. Have you
I never done the wall challenge.
Yeah, we didn't.
The challenge is to get more ridiculous as the fucking years go by.
Dude, this was not a cooking challenge, and what the fuck is that? That's what pissed me off. That's what pissed me off. Is because I didn't go out on a cooking challenge. I went out on this fucking this Disneyland bullshit where we're like yelling through a wall. Like, what reality is this?
What does that have to do with your talent?
Nothing.
You were fucking putting out solid, good dishes. I was looking at your dishes and I was saying,
every week, man.
Surprise, surprise, man. That guy can fucking actually cook now. What the fucking? You must have went to school or took some lessons or something.
I put in hours, bro.
Yeah.
I just haven't stopped cooking.
No, but you were putting out some. I saw the food. I don't necessarily watch a show like when it comes out or whatever, like on that day. And I don't necessarily watch the whole thing, but I'll watch some of it. And I saw the food that you're putting out, and it was good for that time that you have to put it out. Because I was under the same constraints, and it's hard, man, to put it out, to make it look like that.
Coming from you,
just to make it look like that takes talent.
Thank you.
And I thought, and then to go out in a fucking wall challenge, dude, I'd be fucking livid.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's hard,
isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, because...
And then, you know what? Amanda had surgery before even coming to like a week before coming to MasterChef. Yeah. So that kind of, so she wasn't like playing at 100. So that also sucks.
Dude, how do you come to terms with the fact that this is supposed to be a competition and it's supposed to be even footing along for everyone,
right?
But we get set up for these things that have nothing to do with cooking per se.
Yeah.
But then you lose, and you don't get to go on. But yet you're the better cook.
I know.
Doesn't that just irk you?
Yeah, it drives me nuts.
That drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah.
How we got to figure out a way to come to terms with that, man, or else it's going to eat at us, man.
It does. This last couple weeks leading up to it has been really like I'm like, you know what? It's good. Like I'm on TV. Like, you know, it's like I get to show my food and it's helping the buzz and it's helping the podcast. And, you know, I mean, fuck, if I would have won the thing, I'd have changed the name of the podcast.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. You know, I think it's better not to be under the foot of MasterChef, number one. Yeah. They will take you, if you do win, they'll take you.
They don't even do a lot with the winners.
They don't.
They don't. You know,
they did a lot with Claudia because she had a brand that nailed like an entire nation.
Well, we'd think, but I mean, her show just got canceled, from what I heard.
Right. Which, they open the door. You got to keep it open.
Yeah, and I've heard some stuff about her on set that she's not so nice, in which we know. We spend.
What the fuck? We're talking about waiting in line. Remember when we were doing that thing and we're picking her up at the hotel? She made us wait in the fucking downstairs for like 45 minutes in the car.
Yeah, she would bitch about everything.
Man.
And then one day,
she's cool.
One day, you know, so she's single mom. She really needs this. She's like, she would decide where we would all go out to eat as a group because everywhere we'd pick, she couldn't afford. And like, I get that. Okay. But then one day, like she wants to go to Amoeba and she spends like $150 at Amoeba on like DVDs. I'm like, do you have a DVD player? I'm like, you just said you couldn't go to the seafood restaurant last night because you didn't want to spend money, and now I have to sit in this van and go with you to Amoeba because it was like top 3, and we had to all go to the same places. No, you were there.
I was fucking there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I was so mad. I forgot you were there.
I was always mad, man. I was always mad. Yeah. There wasn't a time where I wasn't furious on that show.
So yeah, it's the last couple of weeks have just been like I filled the last couple of weeks with a lot of work, so I've been distracting myself. But
I know.
Yeah, it's a bummer because I really thought this. First of all, I thought you and I were gonna be in the finale.
I know, man.
I thought we were gonna give the fucking world the show they wanted.
Yeah, I know.
God,
I know. They played that up pretty good. They sent me your paperwork initially, and I was like, oh yeah, Derrick's gonna be there for sure. And then, once, this is about you, but once I got there, I was just like, fuck this, man. I had no part. Plus, I already knew the script, and plus all the fucking bullshit with Gordon.
Yeah.
So that kind of ixnayed on that. But, we're only in the top 7, 8, 6 or something like that. Yeah, so anyhow, yeah.
It's all right.
Well, fuck it.
We move on, right?
You do. I want.
I went in though, like you said about my dishes. I went in with the goal to have an undeniable dish every time, which I did.
Yes.
And the one time I only ended up in the bottom one time, and it was they changed the time. We didn't have an hour to cook. We had 45 minutes.
I know, man.
And then they gave
That's all because they want fucking more money, man.
Well, because they want us to fuck up because we're all like so good, so they're trying to give us less time so we fuck up. Because in an hour, in the beginning of the season, you would see what we were doing in an hour. It was like, I was even impressed with myself sometimes. I was like the chocolate cake I did. It was chocolate cake, raspberry coulis, a Swiss meringue, which you have to babysit that. You can't multitask when you're doing a Swiss meringue. You're cooking egg whites over the flame. Mm-hmm. And then I took half that, turned it into Swiss buttercream. In an hour, doing all that and then plating 3 of them, I don't know.
It takes a lot out of you, man.
Yeah, and it really dude, that when I'm standing there and also I get all the way as far as I go, and I made sure that every dish there was nothing like a previous dish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did not want to. I did not want to recycle anything.
That's a lot of work.
Amanda did 5 cakes.
I know, and fucking Christian's still doing.
And Christian's just meat and potato.
Fucking fried chicken and mashed potatoes.
Every time, even in the wall challenge, they say they say Michelin star fucking dish, and they put a giant steak on top of potatoes. I'm like, that's not like our dish didn't come out Michelin star either. I don't think any of them. Emily and Michael were closest, if anything, and but all he did is meat and potatoes, and then he gets like rewarded for it, and I'm like, every night, every night Michael and I would just be like, this doesn't seem right. Like, we're looking at his food, we're looking at our food, and we're like, what the fuck? And then it's just like, it was so annoying.
Yeah. I know.
And then,
So
but
annoying.
I didn't want to repeat anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but the bummer with Amanda going into that challenge, I was like, we have like there's all this pressure in society to like, and I know you're on like social media, but like, I'm sure you don't subscribe to this BS, right? Like, so I wish I could be as unplugged as you sometimes, but it's like, we're trying to be conscious of the other person, right? And like, and that's I think that is important, and but and just like human rights and being progressive. And in this moment, like, I'm on a team with Amanda, and all season, like when we did the team challenges, the first one, it was like Christian was like, I'm gonna be team captain. It was like, well, we haven't even talked with the whole team here. Like, maybe one of these ladies wants to run the team. Like, women give good direction, and also women are way more organized. So maybe we should have one of them run the team.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was never, it was like everyone was just so about themselves, and like, first time in my life, like, I'm in a competition, and I'm not thinking about me entirely,
Mm-hmm.
and so like when I got and Emily put Amanda and I together, I thought this is gonna be great, because Amanda she's a good communicator, right?
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't talk a lot, but when she does, she means it.
Yeah, she's cool.
And I'm like, okay, this is gonna be good. And then I threw an idea at her when we started brainstorming. She's like, I don't know what that is. And I'm like, fuck. Because like, I said to her first, I was like, what protein do you feel comfortable with? Because I also thought, if I take the lead on this, I'm probably going to come up with something that like she's not going to be able to do. Because like, all she's done all season is cakes, and then like traditional, like, family recipes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I'm like, let's do, like, because I was like, I said, what protein do you want to do? And she said, duck. And I was like, oh, dope. I was like, let's do duck l'orange. She's like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, that's like a, what?
She's just fucking with you, dude. She's gotta be messing with you. Of course she knows what duck l'orange is.
She said she didn't. And then she was like, let's do couscous and...
Well, it's duck and orange, right?
Yeah, it's just duck and orange. And I was going to say, let's just trim some vegetables. And you know what, too? I even said, throw a couple parsnips in your basket if we need a backup plan.
Yeah.
And I should have told her, let's axe the fucking couscous and let's do a parsnip puree. But, and the duck, like, we grabbed the duck. I mean, also, we had 5 minutes to conceptualize the dish and shop.
How does that make you a better chef?
It doesn't. It doesn't. It
fucking bullshit.
And it sucks, because it was like, that's where like why Christian does great, because he only knows how to do meat and potatoes. So he doesn't need any time to think about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, okay, I gotta go through my Rolodex real quick. What am I gonna cook, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, can Amanda do this?
Yeah.
And so it was a lot to do in like 5 minutes, and we really only had like 3 minutes to come up with the idea, and then 2 minutes to shop. And we opened the fridge, and the duck breasts were like, I don't like,
where the that stuff on purpose,
where
man.
the fuck, I want to see this fucking duck, because it was probably the size of a fucking like bull mastiff. Like this fucking duck breast was so big, and I was like, fuck, we could have just used one duck breast for all 3 plates. And then,
oh my god.
And then there's this like moment. So I'm watching the clock, right? I think we had 45 minutes. Maybe they gave us an hour on this one. I don't remember. And we cooked the duck, and I let it rest for 10 minutes. If we only got 45 minutes in this challenge, And it takes what, like 18 minutes to cook the duck, like, because you got to cook it low temperature, base, throw it in the oven, pull it out of the oven. I let it rest 10 minutes. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to slice it. I'm going to measure it. I'm going to do a demo plate. And then I'm going to yell at you what I did. And she's like, cool. So I start slicing because I've let it rest. It doesn't matter how much time is left on the clock. I've let it rest for 10 minutes. We're going to put this on the plate. It's going to sit for however long anyway. And Gordon's like, don't slice the duck too early. And I'm like, I'm not. I let it sit for 10 minutes. Like, I'm not, like, it was just so annoying. And it's like, they can edit it however they want.
I know. It's not fair.
They just need him to say that.
Yeah. So you're out. That sucks.
So I'm out.
Man. Anybody else left from season 5?
You 6?
6, I mean?
No, Amanda and I went out at the same time. We were the last 2.
Man.
Yeah.
Emily's still in there?
Yep.
Yeah, she kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, Emily rubs you the wrong way, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Well, it's just because when I went and made the rabbit and donuts on the thing, I heard that she was like talking shit about my donuts, her and Michael. And then when I went back to sit down, she goes, "What, were you making funnel cakes down there? Or no, funnel cakes down there?"
Yeah.
I was like, funnel cakes? She's obviously goes to the carnival a lot or something. I don't know, man.
Yo, everyone was intimidated by you, and I'm in everyone's ear fucking with them because I was trying to make you like my distraction. I'm telling everyone, yo, watch this dude. This dude's gonna fuck you up. This dude, like, he's crazy. He wears knee pads. I'm like, I'm in everyone's ear telling them about how crazy you are, so I can just go do my thing and no one's looking at me. That was. And then when you went out, I was like, fuck.
I know. I saw the look on your face. Like, you're so pissed.
I was like,
you're just goddamn, and you blame me. You're looking at me like, what'd you do that for?
I did not.
I was like, yeah. Now,
do you think the gelatin was bad?
Dude,
because like if it sits, if gelatin's bad, like will it not bloom? You
get a fucking panna cotta to set in 45 minutes, and I'll shake your fucking cock. Do it. This can't be done. It defies reality. It can't be done.
Yeah.
The blast chiller.
No.
How many fucking people were opening up that door? Every time the door opens, the thing stops.
Yeah.
No air, no motor, nothing. It's only functional when it's closed.
I learned from you on that one.
Yeah.
Because everyone all season, everyone's better now, right? We've all stepped up our game. So everyone wants to do technical shit and they need the blast chiller for it.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone all season.
It's bullshit.
Dude, the freezers?
Yeah.
No one's opening the freezers. There's nothing in them.
Yeah,
so
good.
anytime I needed something cold, I just stuck it in the freezer because it stayed closed.
Yeah.
Everyone else is opening and closing the blast chiller. Mm. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I was like, I'm going to use this. And then one time I was making the Swiss meringue. No, there was another time I did, when did I did this? I did something else that was egg whites and I needed them to chill while I was whisking them. So, maybe it was whipped cream. I don't know. It was something, but I took the mixing bowl to the freezer and put the cream in it, and I was just in the freezer sitting on the ice using it. I was like, I'm not taking ice back to my station. I'm taking this to the ice.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so you got to do impossible things. I mean, you got to do things in that kitchen that you would never do in any real life kitchen.
And that's why I hated this wall challenge. It was like we're just yelling at a wall, and
doesn't make sense.
And like part of the challenge is the plates are supposed to match. Like Amanda and I had the same plates.
So you got to be part magician and part chef.
And you got to be like an interior decorator because you got to be able to talk about what the color of the plate is and describe eggshell white and opaque and whatever. Christian and Willie had 2 different plates. They didn't even have the same plates. I mean, if we look at the rules of the challenge, I think Amanda and I were more to the rules of the challenge than a couple other people.
Yeah. Well, that don't matter.
Yep, it doesn't.
No. Well, what else? What got you? Are you gonna keep cooking? I guess that's what you do.
Yeah.
Cooking and podcasting and doing your thing. You're still. I mean, you're not gonna let something like this. I mean, I know you're upset. Because it's not exactly fair. you know, you're not treated fairly, let's say. I don't know what the right word is, but I know you're upset. Because I would be upset too.
Yeah.
I kind of went out on my own terms, so I don't have the same feelings this time as I did last time. Last time because I did go far. We all went far.
Yeah.
And then we all felt a little jaded or whatever for the outcomes, you know. This is just human behavior.
Yeah.
Totally understand it. But so this time I kind of did my own thing. But I'm you know, I just want to make sure that you know that that's not real.
Yeah.
And what you do is real. And so you can't really compare that to what you do now, because this is real life. This is actually happening. That's all contrived.
Yeah.
And it's contrived against you.
Well.
And it's contrived to make you feel this way too.
Yeah.
Because you want to put the blame on yourself. Don't.
Yeah.
No blame, nowhere. That's make-believe world. That's what that is. Hollywood, make-believe world. This is real life. This is a real conversation between two potentially friends. You know, we could maybe someday, somewhere down the road, we could probably get to that.
I love you, man.
Get that step in our relationship.
I appreciate you
but
saying
now
that.
I'm concerned. You know, I care for you.
You know, I'm happy you brought that up, because there was a moment like when we're standing there and, you know, Gordon says that Amanda and I are going home. I'm like, I mean, if you could have been in that room, like, dude, I mean, you would have thought, you'd have like thought the world ended. Like, it was so quiet. Like, you could hear like the fucking batteries on the cameras like heating up. It was so quiet. Like, the whole fourth wall was just like shocked, and like all the other contestants were like, holy shit, like Derrick's gone. They're like, what? They're like, they were shocked. And like Gordon's just standing there, and like there was just like this long moment of silence that was just wild. And then I think like Amanda broke it with a little bit of, you know, with some tears. And then Gordon's like, you know, promise me you're gonna keep cooking. And like, dude, for like a good, I don't know, I think I held the room for like 2 minutes. I just didn't respond. I just like stood there. I was like, because there was a moment I was like, fuck, I'm like, fuck this. Like, I don't want to cook for anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Like, there was a moment I was just like
I know.
Why? Like, what? Like, what am I? Why am I cooking for people?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because like it's art for me. It's not. I mean, I understand we all have to eat, right? So like, there's like food for nourishment, and then like I cook for the art of it.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I just wanted to just like hang it up for a minute, and then just like, and then I got over it, and then I was like, yeah, of course I'm gonna keep cooking.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep cooking. I'm good. It's good that it's over.
Yeah.
It sucks that, you know, because all like ever since I started watching that show, it was like, I want to be on this show and I want to win this thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, and then I got a second chance. And I was like, wow, to have a second chance at this show.
Yeah.
And then
I would argue that you never had a second chance, but that's just me. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So it was rough. It was rough, but now it's over, and it's good that it's over.
Not that you didn't have a second chance based on your abilities.
I know what you meant.
Yeah. Okay.
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
Without saying.
Yeah.
All good. So
yeah.
Anyway.
Nice.
What you been doing? You had a party last night?
Yeah. Had a party last night. 16. It was pretty chill.
A bachelorette party?
No. This one was a birthday party, I know. Bachelorette parties, I think.
You've done a few more since we last talked.
Yeah. Done a lot more. I know.
Palm Springs is like the destination for this, actually.
Yeah, I can't believe people are still getting married. Fuck. Like, that makes no sense. I mean, even the benefits from the state don't even match up anymore. It's better just to be single.
Nope.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm already married, so I'm fucked.
Me too.
Yeah. We're all married now. Getting older, doing our thing. What was, like, you know, when you see yourself back on season 6 and see yourself here on season 12, and, okay, yeah, you've grown as a chef. Your food has gotten, you know, you've matured.
I didn't get any taller.
You didn't get any taller, though. No. And obviously didn't get any smarter, but... But your food got better.
Yeah.
I can, and that's the most important thing, I think, you know, just like keep growing. And if that's something that you like to do, just keep growing and keep cooking. And you know, those people, man, out there, there's always going to be that white noise in the background, always talking bullshit and all that stuff. Gordon and that whole team, Aaron and Joe and all, you know,
Yeah.
just like, but do they cook, man? Do they cook for a living? No. They just pretend to cook on TV.
Yeah.
You actually cook. You actually had a party last night. I actually had a party last night. We actually fed people.
Yeah.
We fed people something from ourselves. Like, we gave these people the best that we could give them.
Yeah.
The best experience we could give them, the best food we could give them. You know, I think that's pretty good. What did those fools give?
You know, I obviously Joe doesn't cook. He's he's just a restaurateur.
Yeah.
I wonder how much Gordon cooks anymore. I mean, he does it for his videos, but like,
Yeah.
he hasn't like. I wonder how long. I wonder when the last time he like ran the line at one of his restaurants. You know.
Yeah. Well, if he didn't.
I mean, he does check in. I mean, I went to Steak and I was chatting with the manager and the executive chef, and you know, they were like, yeah, he comes in like clockwork and, you know, checks on everything. I mean, I think, you know, he's created a food empire. That is so fucking hard. How he does it, I don't know. And then Aron,
it's not him. It's every.
Well, it's a huge team.
He's like this fucking.
But there's a point.
Hey, my name's Gordon. Hi, my name's Gordon. Here, Gordon, let me put you right there. That's what he is. He's just a fucking product that they put out on a fucking shelf to make money.
Yeah, he makes them makes them a lot of money. But there's the point from like when he was working.
He can wallpaper his fucking jail cell with it.
What?
I don't know.
No.
We'll edit that one out. Cut.
But there is a point where from when he was cooking in restaurants and worked up and then transitioned into the giant team of this production and like, that's a hard transition. Like, to get from that spot where you had nothing and get to the something like that's really fucking hard.
Yeah, but he studied under that bad boy chef.
Yeah, Marco Pierre White.
Yeah. And I think Marco helped him get into that thing. And then he cooked at some good places during the 80s and 90s when kind of food was developing. He was in the right place at the right time, no doubt about that.
A lot of it. I mean, if he had to go, I think this is about a lot of like artists, musicians, athletes. It's so much about the timing of the universe, man.
Fucking
like, remember when you were talking about that one trip where you were talking about the universe and like going down to Mexico for the vibrations and shit?
Yeah, that shit
like,
almost killed me.
Yeah, but that shit's real. Like, the vibrations are real. When you find your vibration, you can ride that.
I know. That pisses me off. Because I'm like 100 times better than Gordon Ramsay. And I don't have as much money as him. And I should have fucking 100 times more.
Well, yeah, that's the hard part.
But it's just because he was in the right time at the right place. I have to suffer?
Well,
I don't like the way this society's been set up. We've got to break the walls down, fucking reconstruct. Because people like that shouldn't be on top.
Tell me how you really feel. Yeah.
It's your fucking fault for being late, goddammit.
I gave you too much time to think in the parking lot.
Got me all riled up. Yeah.
You're the best. What's that piece of paper in your pocket? You got a bunch of questions on there? What you got on there?
What you wrote down.
Let's see what you wrote. So, if you guys remember from our first episode, Steven had Holly take his test. Holly also made the questions. That's a perk of being married.
Oh, hell yeah.
You can have my water too if you need it. I haven't drank it.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's your question. Question number 1 from Holly Tomalak. Call in. I was gonna bring my phone. We're gonna have people call in.
Oh, you want to use mine?
Yeah. I don't have any numbers on your phone. I don't know.
Remember those days we used to memorize numbers?
I know.
Do you have any numbers you can remember from like when you're like younger? Like, do you remember like your mom's number?
I remember. I still remember my my son's grandmother's number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't say it.
Yeah, of course not. No one needs to call that.
Okay. Here's question number. What started interest in cooking? That's to you from Holland? What was your initially? What was your interest?
What got me into cooking? There's a kind of it was a few moments. There was just like a few moments along the way. Like I had a babysitter when I was young. I was like 7. My brother.
Were you living in Florida?
We were in Colorado at this time. I was like 7 or 8. My younger brother Dusty was like 3 or 4, and we had this babysitter. And she couldn't feed us. She didn't know how to feed us, and she didn't know how to follow the directions on the back of the blue box of macaroni and cheese. It's not hard. It's like boil water, add macaroni.
Yeah, Holly can't do that either.
And then add cheese.
Yeah.
Well, I got up on the stove. I put a step stool up, and I still use that step stool, but but I'm
good for you.
I thought I set you up. I thought you were gonna do it, but you didn't. But I made this macaroni and cheese, and then the babysitter was fired, and then I was just a babysitter. So that was like my first like moment cooking, and then like growing up, I didn't have a lot of money, and like I'd have to like beg my parents for like money to go to a movie and take a girl out on a date, and that was just like miserable asking them for money every time.
Yeah.
And then they didn't want to give it, or they didn't have it, or whatever, and so my dad one day plugged it in my head. He's like, "You like to cook?" He's like, "You should tell a girl to come over here and cook for her, and then we'll just go hang out in the back."
Yeah, Dad, that sounds like a great
and
time.
I'm like, all right. And so I did, and like watching how excited like a girl got when you cook for her, I'm like, oh, I like this.
Yeah.
So it was it was kind of like that. And then and then when I moved out to California, I was in a band touring around, and drummers, you don't make shit. I mean, there's like 10 drummers in the world that fucking make a killing.
Right. The
rest are barely getting by, and then all of the others are just practically homeless. And they're living in their cars with their drums. I've slept a few nights in the cars with the drums. But you work at restaurants to support yourself in LA, and so I was serving tables for a little bit because I was just easy money. I could pick my own schedule. And then I landed this really good job, and there's this Chef Damon Gordon, and he was just like, he was so cool, and he rode a motorcycle and fucking practiced jujitsu, and like he was just like, he had tattoos, and then he just made fucking cool food, and I was like, I like this guy, like this. Yeah. Like, this is cool. I want to, and so I would actually go to him at the end of the night, and I would buy proteins from him. I'd take them home, and I'd go and try and recreate its dishes. And that got me like, one, that helped me sell the food at the restaurant. It was like, because I was just like dissecting it, and then I could talk about it at the table, and it was great. And but then I would like work really hard to get my section ahead, like make sure all my tables were good. And then I would go stand by the pass, and I would just watch. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm just watching." He was like, "All right." And then he just like he didn't care. He was just like, "Why is this server like all up in my business?" And then like a manager would come by and be like, "Derrick, are your I was like, "My tables are good." I was like, "You can go check on them." I was like, "They're good." I'm watching. I'm like studying. And I did, man. I don't know. I just got like excited about it. And then I would have friends over and cook for them and stuff. And then it was like, everyone was like, yeah, there's the one thing where it's like everyone, like no one understands. And they're like, "You should open a restaurant." And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. Like, and then other people are like, "You should go on a TV show, cooking show." And so that was kind of like right place at the right time. I literally like next day, one day, I just like emailed MasterChef, and they called me 20 minutes later.
Wow. So
that was that. But yeah, when did you find cooking? You're so funny, dude.
When I found cooking, I was making. I'd have to make myself steak and green beans for dinner when I was living with my mom.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, so I started cooking that.
Yeah,
and I just kind of,
steak and green.
Okay, no, she wants a little. Kind of talked about this, dealing with the aftermath of losing. Like, let's talk about let's the aftermath of losing. What does that involve? I mean, does that involve like lots of drugs, psychotherapy, a lot of conversations with the wife? I mean, What does that look like? The aftermath of losing for you, you know?
Well, the first night when I left the studio, they wanted to keep me for a whole week. Or 2 weeks. They wanted to keep me at the hotel for 2 weeks to be there for the finale. and I'm like, guys, it cost me $500 a day to be here. Like, that's what I was spending on a chef to cover my spot. I was like, if you want me here for any longer, I was like, I need to be compensated $500 a day. And they were like, well, we can't do that. I was like, well, then I'm out. I'm leaving tonight. I'm not staying another minute. I was like, I went through this crazy amount of emotion. It was like, I was stunned when Gordon eliminated us. I was just like stunned. Yeah. And then I went to the back, and when the MasterChef doors closed, like I broke down. Like, it was heavy. Because it's all like, everyone talks about like when you're in the interviews, and they're like, what's your food dream? What's your food dream? And everyone's like, I want to do a restaurant. I want to do a cookbook. I'm like, I want to win MasterChef. I just want the fucking title. Like, the money, I'm just going to buy tattoos and a jet ski. Like, I don't care about the money. Yeah. Like, I just wanted the fucking title. Yeah. And so that hit me, and it hit me really hard. Yeah. And then when I got over that, and everyone, all the camera people were, cameramen were like setting down the camera and coming giving me a hug. Like, they were just like so shocked, and it was like, everyone was just like shocked that I was done. And then I got through that, and then I walked down the hall, and then I had to go sit in the room and like wait for the psych person. And dude, in there, I was like a caged animal. I was like, I need to go now, or I'm going to start breaking walls. Like, it was wild. I was aware that I was losing it. Yeah. I was in there losing it, and I was aware. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit, this is why they have the psych person. But fuck that psych person. Where the fuck are they? I was like, can they get in here? We can do this shit so I can fucking go. And it was wild. I was in there. I think they held me to just go through those emotions, so I didn't go out somewhere and do that, which was like just super crazy. Yeah. And then I calmed down, and then I left. I went straight to the hotel. I packed up. I forgot shit. Like, I left I left all kinds of stuff. I was so ready to get out of there. And then I went home, and then it was just like waves of emotion. It'd be like, I'm good. I'm top of 7. Like, it's all-star season. It's okay. I'm back on TV. I know how much it changed my life last time. Like, what's it going to do this time? And then it was like a wave of emotion again, and I just like break down. Yeah. And it was just like, so it was a lot of that. But I was lucky that I had a job, and I just went straight back to work. I booked a ticket to Dallas the next day, and got on a plane and flew to Dallas and started cooking for my client. And then it was like a week went by, and I had to fly back for the finale. And I got in a couple days early, and I went and popped by this. Oh, I had to go do some interviews because I couldn't interview at the end of that night. I was just too much of a mess. I was like, I'm not fucking doing interviews. I was like, you've got it. I've said it all. Like, chop it together, And then they asked me to come back and do interviews. So I came back and did some interviews, and then we filmed the finale. And so it was a lot. And then after, then it just replays in your head. And that's what's hard. It's like, you have all these memories. You have like core memories when like you're a child and in your teens, and like, you remember losing your virginity and driving your car the first time, and the first time you get a speeding ticket or whatever. Yeah. And then you're like, then I'm stuck with this MasterChef memory in my head that like, there's things I learned, but there's also things I would just like to be able to forget, and I can't because it's like a core memory.
I know. That's tough, man. That is super tough. Yeah, you got to try to rewrite that script a little bit. I know what you're talking about, man, because I went through the first time around. I went through that same thing, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. But, time heals all wounds. Yeah. For the most part. And you got a lot going on for you. Yeah. You got a lot going on for you. And that's key, man. Yeah. Because there's even the people that will finish quote unquote ahead of you. It's not ahead. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's not. It's not like that. It's a competition, but it's not the kind of competition that you think it is. But anyway, right. Even for the people that finish ahead of you, they don't even have half as what you have. So cherish that, man.
Thank you.
And
thank you for recognizing that. That was something that I had planned going into this new season, because I remember, and this goes for anyone out there that's even thinking about trying to be on a competition show. Like, I have 2 rules now. I only had one before. My one before was don't do it unless you think you can win it. Even if it's a fully rigged fucking show and you're not gonna win it, you got to go in the mindset that you are gonna win it, because that's what the people want to see. That's what America's watching for, is who's the guy that's gonna fucking go for it, right?
Right.
And so you got to do that, and then the other one is have a plan for after and start working on that, because the first time I didn't have a plan. I remember.
Exactly.
Do you remember Yaz would say, like, get your ducks in a row when you leave, but that's all she would say. I'm like, I don't know where these ducks are.
Yeah.
Like Steven's probably cooking them. I don't know.
Yeah.
She was just like, get your ducks in a row, and I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't a chef. I'm just a cook, and I'm not. Dude. The reason I think I got so far is because I was just naive that I thought everything. I was like, whatever I'm doing is working. There were so many things I was doing wrong. I was not like cooking properly,
right?
But I was getting to the outcome, right?
Yeah,
and that was all that mattered. But like, I wasn't worried about it because I was just so naive. I was like, this shit's awesome. I'm gonna put it up.
Yeah. And
then this time around, like, I was just hyper aware of everything. I'm aware of everybody. I'm feeling everybody's emotion. I know that the outcome is going to be like, no matter what. It's like, if you make it far, and I know I'm going to make it far, and I could just feel everything. And, I don't know where I was going with that, but fuck, I lost my train of thought. Yeah. I don't know. But the plan went into play before going on the show. When they called me, they called me like, I don't know, a couple weeks before I was launching the cookie company. So I had already spent 6 months, long before I even knew that there was going to be another MasterChef, chance. I was building the cookie and getting the graphics done and all that. And then they called, and I was like, I had to make it clear. I was like, you guys are not taking any cookie sales. I was like, I came up with this before you called me. And I made sure to launch the site before I got picked up, and I launched the site before I signed the contract. Yeah. I was like, I waited till the last minute to sign the contract, but I had the cookie going, and then I actually had this podcast idea before I left for MasterChef, and I had it like right before, and then they called, and I was like, I still got to do this, and then it was also kind of risky, like launching this podcast before the season finished. Yeah. Because
I always thought it'd be a good idea to have them sue you or something just for the exposure. And just set it up as an LLC, and so then they just don't keep any money in that account, and then what can they take?
Yeah, exactly. And I do have a LLC.
Good, yeah. Let's do that. Let's start talking shit about MasterChef. I got a lot to say.
Do you have an LLC?
Oh yeah, I got like 3 of them. I'm corrupt as they come, baby.
Go for it.
Okay, another question from Miss Tomalak. Okay. She wants to know why, it seems like the scoring should be more cumulative, like school, and not like Squid Games, because like you're saying, like you had all these great dishes up until that point that you lost. Yeah. You lost on something that had nothing really to do with cooking. So if it's a real competition, you should be based on the product of your work as a whole. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, those are just, 2 or 4 people should not. Oh, here's something about that. I don't know. 2 or 4 people should not go against each other, because if the 2 people that are going against each other are the 2 best ones in the whole group, then you just got rid of one of the best ones. It doesn't make sense, she seems to say. And all the judges should be blind.
Yeah, when they taste.
All the time. Fucking cover those. I prefer for them to all wear paper bags over their faces for the entire season. Just cut like a little hole out for fucking so they can speak and breathe. I don't need to look at their eyes. Fuck that. I don't need to see their, oh my God, you got such beautiful hair, Gordon. Oh, I love it. I don't need that shit.
Yeah.
Just fucking paper bag that bullshit.
You know what's funny? Is Amanda would talk so much shit about Gordon, and then she'd go out there and just ooze over him.
She loves him.
She says she does, but then she also talks mad shit.
Yeah, what is up with that? I don't understand that.
It was
Because I talk shit about him
straight to his face. Yeah.
And right now, I'll talk shit to his face. That's what
I know. We've seen you do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's an impressive dude. I think the shit that he's accomplished and the team that he's put together, and it's hard. It's hard to juggle all that, you know. But but it's like,
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't like the way he exploits the whole situation.
Yeah,
personally,
it gets pretty.
I mean, because I like you, man. I like you. I like Amanda. You know, I like Gabe. You know, I like Tommy. All the people from my. And I don't like to see those people hurt like that. I don't like to see people crying. I don't like to see people upset.
Yeah, there's a lot of trauma in it, right?
Yeah.
Mental trauma. I mean, you know, that's why they have the psych team and whatever. But
like that does a lot of good.
I got
through that shit like that, and I should have never been allowed on that show. From day one, they should have known, do not let that guy on the show. The psych team did do nothing. I got through their little tests and all their little hoops.
Yeah, it's BS.
I'm a psych. What do they call me?
I don't know. What do they call you?
I'm not a psychopath. Oh, sociopath.
Sociopath.
Yeah, not a psychopath yet. Sociopath.
What is it? What is it? What exactly makes a sociopath?
I think it's a lack of empathy. Pretty much.
You have empathy?
Yeah, dude. I'm not a sociopath. Just joking, everybody. I'm not a sociopath. God. Oh my God. I know.
Maybe I am. Sometimes I'm just like, get over it.
No, you're just a narcissist.
Yeah, okay. You're the best. You're the best.
Yeah.
Oh, what else you got on that paper?
That was it.
That was it. Well, you know, that is the thing about the getting put on a team with somebody else, and then if you guys do bad, then like a good person goes home. That's like part of the strategy, you know. I mean, Emily got to pick the teams on that.
Yeah.
And she was looking at it like, if she puts me on her team, because I think she had immunity pin. If she puts me on her team, then she knows that saves me for another day. And she's like, I don't want to go up against him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then the only thing that bugs me is that I don't understand why she put Christian and Willie together. Like, that's like putting two friends. Like, hey, you know, like, why would you? They cook the same style food. Like, it was like a layup for them. Like, she handed them a fucking layup, and I'm like, and I don't know. It was like, but the day before, when we were filming the day before, Shanika and Christian were fighting like crazy, and it's like, that's the team. Put them together. Knock them the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like Dara and Shanika were together, and do you remember in season 6 when we would cook a dish and we would do the snake walkthrough?
Yeah.
And we got to close up look at everybody's dish. Yeah. We didn't get to do that.
Oh, the whole system was a lot different than what we did.
Different.
It was so much better when we went season 6.
Yeah.
By leaps and bounds. The whole from A to Z.
Yeah, it was
so much better.
Yeah.
For so many reasons. And I had what's her name? Jack, the girl.
Which
the girl
one?
That was in charge.
Yaz.
Shanna, what's her name?
Yaz.
Yaz.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's amazing.
She's a hottie, man.
She's good at her job.
She's a smoke show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That girl.
Well, also, what's her name?
She did a good job.
The AD, tall blonde.
Oh yeah.
Nordic.
She was a tall drink of water too.
Yeah. What?
From Sweden or something. Anna Casperina, yeah.
She's dope. Yeah, those two can run a fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was the team right there, man.
We were lucky we
on
got
the eyes, man. The whole thing was great. Now I come back and I got to look at all these ugly dudes, man, all the time.
There were a lot of dudes.
Huh?
There were a lot of dudes.
Yeah, they're all fucking, all of them. The big fucking
Brady,
I like Brady.
Brady's cool.
Yeah, Brady's cool.
He's still there.
I won't talk shit about Brady.
No, he's cool.
Man, he's got my respect. He's been there for a long time.
Yeah, I should bring him on the podcast.
I would.
Yeah.
I bet he's got a lot to say.
He's probably
No,
hard.
he won't say
shit.
Scared.
He's a quiet guy.
Yes.
But
he don't. That's why he's still working there.
yeah.
Yeah, they don't like loudmouths.
No.
Obviously. Fuck. I know, man. I don't know. I don't know anymore, man. Life is, what time is it? Oh, we've been going for almost an hour.
Almost. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Good.
We're no time constraints.
No. All
People love us.
I know. Well, they love me.
Yeah, they love like us together.
Yeah.
They definitely love you. Wait, I thought I was the narcissist.
I'm just confident.
Yeah, same. I hate how that sometimes gets misunderstood.
Well, narcissism has a lot to do with how you treat other people.
Yeah.
Confidence is more of something that's kind of exudes from you. It's you
Sure.
you have confidence in yourself. Narcissism is you rely on other people to feed your confidence.
Yeah.
So it's usually brutal to the other person.
Mm.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. I think
a narcissist.
I used to be that way. I don't give a shit what people think anymore.
No, not necessarily, but
Yeah.
when you're cooking for them, you do.
Yeah.
You want them to. Well, you want to do.
But I don't like when I'm cooking for people.
Yeah, you don't take them to bed or nothing.
I don't like when, like the client will like come out to the table and like they applaud for you. Like that makes me cringe. Like it's so awkward. Like,
I know. I nipped that right in the bud.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the night, I make a complete ass of myself, and they don't ask me to come out. Keep that motherfucker in the kitchen.
Keep him in the kitchen. Like last night, I made really good food, and it was just like, I like when the food just speaks,
Yeah.
It's a new version of me. I didn't,
Doesn't that feel good, man?
Yeah.
When you start, like, when you're cooking good, you look back five years ago, and you're, back then you're like, oh, I'm cooking good food. But then now to look back and you're looking at what you're cooking now and you go, wow, man, I'm cooking some great food now.
And I look back and I'm like, what the fuck was I making?
Doing?
Oh my God.
I know. I would cook some of the things I was cooking years ago and I was just like, man, what was I doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, fuck, I did that last night too, man. What the fuck?
What'd you make last night?
Fucking, I don't know. Fucking bunch of bullshit.
I feel like you're like it's a mad science experiment every time, and it's like you just gather a bunch of shit, you go in the kitchen, and it's like, boom, here, this is what it is.
Yeah, you'd think so, but I'm not that smart. So I have to have like a list.
Yeah.
Yeah, Holly makes it for me. Do this, do this, do this. No, I have menus that people usually choose a menu that I
you already
them.
have. Oh, okay.
Or they can change. They can make their own menu too.
Yeah.
I do that as well. But for the most part, my food stays within seasons with what I can get from the farmer's market, and and that kind of determines what I cook. So, and my farmer's market's not that big, but it's healthy. It's a nice size market, and so that's what I cook.
And then you have your garden, so you know what you're growing, right?
Yeah, my garden's fucked right now.
Yeah.
It's too hot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too hot. Yeah.
Fuck. Oh my God.
I was asking you about that last time. I said, how do you handle that?
Yeah, I handle it until about right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. From about right now until late September.
Okay.
It's
just
fucking
too
toast.
hot. Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah. Enjoy the downtime. No.
For the garden?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Holly doesn't like it so much because it's just dirt now.
Yeah.
For his flowers. Now it's
Yeah.
just dirt. She's like,
She doesn't want
she's
to look
always
at
talking
dirt.
to me. I always got to do work in the garden. God, man. Work in the backyard. Clean up the garage. Take out the garbage. It's like, fuck. Baby, I'm a fucking chef. I'm famous. I don't need to take out the fucking garbage. She doesn't do that. But My daughters treat me like shit though.
Why?
I don't know, man. Because they think that like my only job is to cook for them. That's like all I do. I'm just supposed to cook for them all the time. I don't know. Talking shit about my. And their daughter's talking shit about my fucking garden landscape and said I just wasn't looking pretty. Like, what the fuck? Coming over here, I'm feeding you dinner. You're gonna talk shit about my garden?
Bitches.
I can't say shit because she's gonna have a baby in like 2 days.
Oh shit.
So I can't like piss her off or get her emotional. Just fucking plop out on my kitchen floor. Fuck, I gotta keep that shit under wraps. Zip it, lock it, put it in my pocket.
You're so funny.
Yeah.
Getting any new tattoos?
No more tattoos for me. Gonna be tattoo free.
Have you been getting them removed?
I tried. It's so painful though. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's
worse than getting them, right?
So much worse than getting them. Oh my God. It's like, it's a taser that the police use, and the girl fucking tases my lap and basically tases my fucking tattoo off.
Yeah. Ugh. It's easier to just get it covered up. Get a new one.
Yeah.
I wish I really wanted to win MasterChef too, to have the extra money to just have a fucking tattoo artist come to the house. It's like,
no doubt. How many more followers did you get since you started?
Yeah, it's been going up by like the thousands, pretty fast lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as much as season 6 though. It's all different because Instagram was different then, right? So like when cause like Instagram's changed so much. Before, Instagram was like you would scroll your Instagram and then you would get to the bottom. It's like you've caught up and you saw everyone that you followed. So the more people that you followed, the more shit was in your feed. Now it's only like 6 people in your feed. It's whatever algorithm and it's BS. So it's a little different.
Yeah.
Plus also now there's so many platforms.
Yeah.
And everyone's so like desensitized.
Yeah.
And then another thing that's been happening, which is funny, people will message me like, "You're my favorite. Like, I hope you win." And then I click and they're not even following me. Like, I go look, I'm like, you took the time to go to my page, click the message box, message me, you hope I win, and you're not following me. That's confusing. Yeah. That's a weird one.
Yeah.
Here, you can have, if you want my water, you can have mine.
Oh, thanks.
I bring the Celsius. I dig these. And then today, since I got kicked off last night, I needed a White Claw. Just a little.
Nice choice.
Yeah, a little.
Nice.
You don't drink, right?
No.
Yeah.
It's my religion. Fuck, I'm not religious.
No, religion's weird too. That's not like you said.
Yeah.
It's really weird, right?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, it's everybody. I don't know. Yeah.
I think what it's the like intangible part about it, right? Like there's this like it's all like every religion has a god or gods, and it's like put faith into this thing that doesn't exist. That's like I would rather put faith into like the universe is spinning and I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like that's just like, and it's so vast. It's so big. It's like what is this religion? Like I've never understood it. And I tried too. Like I went to church as a kid and a young adult.
Yeah.
And I tried different churches and I tried different religions and no, I don't like it's so cringy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
you've
makes life go around.
For some people, like they need it.
Yeah.
It's strange, huh?
No. I mean, you can't. Yeah, it's what's good for the goose. I mean, what?
What's good for the goose?
I don't know.
What is good for the goose?
One of those things. To each his own. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all. You know what? We all gotta do. You know, take what you can, get through this life to the best of your ability. You know, everybody has their own path that they're gonna follow down. We praise. It's just like I'll praise your path if you're a fucking great person.
Right.
You know, if you're good.
Yeah.
You know, that's the most important thing. I know. I don't know if they want. I don't think they would mind or anything. But my in-laws are been in Jehovah's Witness their entire life. You know, Holly grew up in that whole thing, and
Wow.
they're great people.
Yeah.
Really nice people. You know. Yeah, you know.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't really judge.
But that's what they want to get through life.
Yeah.
That's what makes them happy.
That makes them happy.
Also, it's an older thing. You know, a lot of that religion.
But does it make them happy, or is it fear?
It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what you think or what I think. It matters what they think.
Right.
And to them, they're happy. I can see it. Plus, they're older. This is a generational thing. Back in Mormonism was started around the same time as the Jehovah's, the same time as the Hare Krishna people.
Which one's the one where like the guy can have a bunch of wives?
Mormon.
Yeah.
And those were all like my daughter's mother's family is Mormon.
Really?
Yeah, and they're great people too. They come down every year. I talk with them, and beautiful, loving people, and
But there's also something like to that, like because like it's like weird. Men can just keep spreading their seed. Like once a woman is pregnant, you gotta wait.
Yeah, you know why that is? It's because the religion was founded by man. Pretty fucking simple.
Yeah.
If I was gonna start a religion, that would be one of my top rules too.
But that makes sense in the eye of needing to, you know, keep populating the planet, keep procreating. I mean, that you should be able to.
Yeah, that's part of it. Control's another part of it, and it's also another part of it is testing. They are they're it's like the microcosm. They're testing a microcosm in order to use that plan, let's say, to project it onto into a more mass audience base. They want to use that in order to influence everything else.
Sure. Yeah.
It's all.
Are there any food-based religions?
Fuck it, I'm gonna start one right now. Let's go.
Would your religion be a religion or a cult? And is there a difference?
Okay, dude. Oh, put on your blinders.
Oh.
Here. I'm gonna set this bowl up.
Okay, hold on.
And I'm not gonna fucking feed you. That's a little too homoerotic for me. But I'll let you reach in here.
I gotta put on a blindfold and reach in. Okay.
Yeah.
But then I'm gonna. Okay.
Then you're gonna pick something out, and you can tell me what you think. There's a few different things in here. They're all individual.
Okay.
I should have brought my torch. But oh well.
Torch? You want to heat something up?
I was gonna just scare you with it.
Oh.
You got.
Okay,
yeah,
so
you got
just feel around.
You got 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock. There you go. Beautiful. Good job.
Did you grow that?
Is that good or what?
That's really good.
I know, bro.
That's a tomato.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See?
Mm.
I tell you, when I bring you food, you know exactly what it tastes like.
You got the canned food right.
I know. And I've never had canned peas in my life. Oh, shit. I've never had canned peas in my life.
Oh, I know what this is.
Yeah.
Hold on, where is that?
Right there. That one's a little odd because it has kind of like a garlic aftertaste to it. And I found that surprising.
No, I love this.
Yeah, it's so good.
Hold on.
And you can come back to it too.
It's not.
There's so much in there. There's so much fruit in there.
Oh, that's one of my favorite things. Why can't I fucking remember it?
We can come back to it, taste something else, and maybe that'll help jog your memory. There you go. There's that. Yep, there's something. Pretty good.
Oh, is that an apricot?
Close.
Nectarine?
Closer.
Peach?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. That was yummy. It was a little mild.
There you go.
Is that a grape?
Yeah, no kidding, Brainiac. What kind of grape?
But that's what I was gonna say that it's not a green grape. It's like a little purple one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good enough.
I could taste the texture of that.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, shit. Forgot to take off the...
Oh, was that a strawberry with the with the green on it?
Yeah. Good job.
Okay.
Good job.
I gotta come back to this thing.
Yeah,
God damn it! I know what this is.
I know. It's weird. It doesn't taste like it usually should, which surprised me.
I'm getting a little bit of jicama, but it's not the texture of jicama.
No.
Watermelon.
Yeah.
God, that one's not flavorful. That's
no,
why.
It was different tasting. I know.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
What is this? Oh, that's a blueberry.
Yeah.
Did I go all the way around?
Yeah, you went all the way. There's a couple other things in there.
What am I missing? Well, don't tell me what it is, but
that's the same.
I tried that. Oh, that's a fig.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
I did all right, huh?
You did fantastic.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, great.
Yeah, I wanted to snack while we're doing this thing.
I like this. I
Have
love
a little
figs.
cup here.
I love
Take a little
figs.
snack. I don't know. Isn't this so good?
Oh, there's a raspberry in here.
Yeah.
I ate the strawberry with the with the leaves on it. You know what? It didn't even notice. Why do we take the leaves off?
I don't know.
There's probably like good antioxidants in there, huh?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, look at this one.
I know. So good.
I made a tomato vinaigrette the other day.
Uh-huh.
Ah, so good. I like roasted some garlic, and then I blended these tomatoes, and yeah, it was bomb.
Nice.
Yeah, that watermelon was fucking with me.
I know.
Right?
It doesn't taste like watermelon.
No, it's a little soft, a little bland, especially after that flavorful tomato.
I know. It's so weird. I just had because the watermelons I got from him last week. You know what I did?
What'd you do?
I squirted some lime on it because I was trying to fuck you up.
That's why I was getting that. I was like, why am I thinking jicama? Because I always
forgot.
squirt lime on
remembered.
jicama.
Yeah, I just remembered. I was trying to fuck. So I squirted lime on it. That's why it doesn't taste like. That's why it doesn't taste like watermelon. Oh, yeah.
Did all right.
Good job.
You know, what am I doing next? Oh, you know, I do have an idea for a TV show though.
Nice. Besides this one,
Yeah,
I think this is a good idea.
I got a couple.
Yeah.
I got a couple ideas. I came up, you know, growing up, I would always watch like Punk'd. It was like big, right? Like Ashton Kutcher, Punk'd.
Yeah, with Ashton Kutcher. Yeah.
Like I remember when that came out, it was like the big prank show.
Yeah.
I want to do a show called Foxing Around.
Foxing
Foxing, like
with your girl?
no, like foxing
Oh,
around.
because your last name.
Yeah, and I go and I prank chefs. Like I go to different because chefs are heated, right? Like they're focused.
Yeah.
They're not fucking around.
No, I know.
And I go in and
That
prank.
sounds a little dangerous.
Yeah, and go and prank chefs. Like get the whole team in on it, and yeah, I got so many. I want to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna go over well.
Well, in the moment, it might be kind of risky, but that'll be funny. That'll be the entertaining part, watching them fucking blow up. You know, like go in and pretend to be the health department one day and just like scare the shit out of them.
All right. Do you have any other ideas?
I got this private chef show idea I want to do called My Next Private Chef, because private chefs are like it's like our time right now.
Yeah.
And I want to do my next private chef, and basically each episode's 5 chefs competing for the job for like a high net worth person or celebrity or athlete.
Oh, right.
And every guest, it's like with an athlete, like one of the athletes I cooked for, he had to have 4,400 calories a day. So like that would be the challenge. I would go to the 5 cooks and be like, this is the athlete today, and we need a full meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, 2 snacks, and a smoothie, and it's all got to equal 4,400 calories, and the best menu for the day wins, And then I came up with this like new like elimination system where like the winner gets the job with the client and they do one party or whatever, and then the loser leaves, they get voted out, whoever was the worst.
Yeah.
And then 2 new people come in. So every week there's new contestants. And then like if you don't win and you don't lose, you still get another shot. So yeah. Couple of my ideas.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the thing when we cooked out in the desert. That was pretty breaking bread.
Yeah.
That seemed like it was gonna be pretty fun.
I know. You know what it was though? Like we just like we shot that like little teaser, and then we never figured out what to do with it.
That was a good teaser, though.
It was.
I thought it was well produced.
Yeah.
I thought it looked real slick.
Mark did a good job.
Yeah, he did a real good job.
It was like a fucking movie.
Yeah, it was real good. I liked that a lot.
I should throw that up on this channel and see what people say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could be kind of fun if we figured out how to do something, you and I out in the desert. It's just,
oh yeah.
It's kind of the thing.
I do shit out in the desert all the time.
I know. So
I live there.
I'd come out.
I got some off-grid stuff happening all this month and next month. Quite a few of them, like 5 days, 3 days events and 5 days events, and some weddings.
Yeah.
Off the grid. Yeah. Off my truck.
What do you mean off the grid? Like
I'm not hooked up to anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Tables out in the desert.
A wedding out in the desert?
The wedding has grid, not for
for
me,
you, right.
but for the people that are staying on the property.
Damn it! How are you getting like your water and like what if you run out of water?
They have water on the property.
Okay.
There's a well.
Oh, okay.
I know you live in the city.
I'm just thinking like, okay, you're
but
off
I have
the grid.
water on my truck too. I have circulation water.
Because
I have a sink.
We used to like live on a bus when we were touring around, and we'd fill the water tank.
Yeah.
And then if we're like someone's just like not being smart,
yeah.
the water runs out, and then we got to go find somewhere to fill it up. Yeah. We're in the middle of nowhere. It's not always the case.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was just thinking like, what do you do?
Yeah. Well, I'll carry some water in, or I'll make sure that they have water on property.
Yeah. And you grill, or how you?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, you charcoal, or what do you do?
Yeah, charcoal. Wood, charcoal. Yeah.
You got a favorite? You got a favorite wood?
I just use mesquite since it's so prevalent out there.
Yeah.
When I was in the Northwest, I'd use alder because it's prevalent up there. Green alder up there because I did a different type of.
What is alder?
Huh?
What is alder?
Well, I'll give you 3 guesses.
No, I'm guessing it's a tree.
Good. We're off to a good start. It's what the Indians use to smoke their salmon. It's like if you ever buy smoked salmon in a grocery store, it's alder smoked. Yeah.
Oh, so we
especially
like
if it's from the Northwest. Yeah. I know. It's a little piece of information you take with you down the road. All courtesy me. Stephen Lee, you're welcome.
Do people tell you or ask you to write a book a lot? Like a cookbook?
Yeah. People ask me before. Right. Fucking cookbooks.
What do you think?
Yeah, I got pissed off. I had fucking so much stuff written down. All my recipes. For years.
Yeah, what happened?
And burned my house down.
What?
Sucked bad.
Fuck.
The only thing I had was I was wearing my boxers and my boots. That's what I got out of. Toast.
What?
That was bad news.
Okay, back up. Where were you living?
I was in a trailer on the farm on the back 40, way in the back.
Okay.
I was in my trailer in the middle of winter.
Okay.
So I put a wood stove in my trailer.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, okay, I'm just to start the fire now, and then I'll go, I'd go out to the zucchini. I was over by the squash patch, and so I went to go pick squash, and I came back and fucking flames, just like, I don't know, 60 feet in the air. Fire trucks. Man, that was
fuck.
It's pretty bad. So I lost all my stuff, and
wait. So hold on, you were picking zucchini. So you were picking zucchini in your boxers and boots?
Yeah.
I can just see you out in the desert. Boxers, boots, this fucking flame 60 feet in the air, and the fire truck's rolling up.
This was in the Northwest.
Oh, okay.
And nobody came out to the farm. I
right.
mean,
So
we all picked vegetables in our boxers and our boots or whatever. Girls that used to drive the tractors butt naked. Oh my God. It was hilarious. We used to have the Rainbow Tribe come through. All the like the barter fair people would come through the farm. Man, patchouli stinking girls, hairy armpits, naked pussies all the time driving tractors. All the girls wanted to get on the tractors naked. That was like their big thing.
It's like the good vibration.
Yeah, it was what do they call it? It was like their rites of passage to be on the farm.
Yeah.
Girl must drive on tractor naked.
You've seen some shit, man.
I know.
What else?
Fuck.
What else?
I don't know. I'm probably getting too much trouble as it is.
Yeah, someone's gonna have to listen an hour and 15 in. At this point, these are the diehards. You can say whatever.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what people hear.
Yeah.
What, because like what I say and what people hear are just like two different things most of the time. I don't understand it. Like I'll be all talking, and fucking all of a sudden I get fucking
their takeaways. Yeah. Yeah, that's the funny thing about perception, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Perception, that's it, man, right there.
Yeah.
And it's all going away.
Yeah.
It's fucking say goodbye to perception. It's all gone. Go into the metaverse. Tell me about perception. Fucking bullshit. AI. No perception. Perception's gone.
Gone.
It's fucking.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. I think it's bad.
Yeah, but sometimes perception.
I don't like losing shit.
No.
And I don't care what it is. If it's perception, I don't want to lose it.
Okay.
Even if it doesn't do me any good.
Okay.
It's still mine.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, you want to hear a real tearjerker, you know how much pain death causes a person, when another person dies.
Yeah.
And that pain and tragedy that you go through.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, sometimes that's all you remember from the person that's connected with that pain. Why let that go, man? It's a beautiful feeling. Yeah, you cry.
Yeah.
It hurts your heart. Don't let go of it. Don't try to not look at it, embrace it, love it, be with it.
Yeah.
And then it becomes something beautiful instead of trying to run away.
Yeah.
I would say the same thing for the MasterChef, just embrace it, love it, be with it, and look at it as just a really positive thing because it really is.
Yeah.
Because life is a positive thing.
Right.
I think ultimately, we can be positive and do positive things no matter how ugly it gets out there, no matter all the baloney that goes out there, because you're a chef, you can cook, and that can be your life. You don't have to get involved with those other things out there. You don't have to be part of that bullshit.
Right.
Because your life is like right here all the time, man. It's just like, wow, what can I do now, man? What can I do now? Who can I make happy now? Who can I feed now?
Yeah.
Just keep doing stuff like that, man. And you're gonna be so good, man. I'm so proud of you for what you've done.
Thank you.
On MasterChef and as a person. Because when I met you, I didn't fucking like you, man. I thought you were a big fucking prick. Now I like you.
That's, Steven, that's kind of my wall though. Like I do come off a little I don't know, I got like resting bitch face, I guess. Like, like go in the store. Like sometimes I'm like, why do people even talk to me in the store? Like I've had my headphones on and I'm just like, I'm shopping, I'm working, like, and people will just, hey, do you know where this? I'm like, I don't work here. I have headphones on. Why are you talking to me right now? Like, so I have like a, I don't know, a thick skin or whatever, like a wall that's up. But yeah, like once I let people in, like, yeah, you're my homie for life. I'll do I'll do anything for a friend.
Except show up on time.
I didn't. Fuck, man. I'm sorry. I can't promise that. You know what? What's crazy is I'm always early, and I don't have a good excuse. I mean, it's not really an excuse, but I really thought because you were driving from so far that you would like text me when you arrived.
Yeah.
Or that when you were close.
Yeah.
And I hadn't heard from you, and I was like, man, I wonder if he's. And then I pull in the parking lot, and I was looking for your truck, and I didn't see it. So I was sitting in my car for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
No, and then I was like, all right, I got to text him.
Water under the bridge. I won't bring it up. I won't bring it up anymore. All right.
That's funny.
That's cool. Let's, you got anything else you want to tell me? What, anything you want to tell the people? You want to say something? I think we could probably do this again. I don't know,
It's a long drive for you. I mean, we don't have to wrap this up. We can keep rapping.
Well,
yeah,
we could. I don't have really anything else to say, but
I feel like you're lying. You just told me about fucking naked women bouncing around on a tractor.
I know, the good old days.
Out of nowhere.
We have we dug this one time we dug this big hole, and we laid tarps over the hole. It was right next. It was about 10 feet from the creek, the river creek there. And we dug this hole, and then we built the fire, heated all the rocks, and then stuck the rocks into the hole under the tarps. And then me and my friend crawled in there with like, I don't know, get Holly upset, but it was like 5 other girls or whatever, we were hippies and stuff. This is what people were doing back then. Anyway, so we get there, rocks, we're a little bit high, Fucking, oh my God, there was like fucking thousands, maybe millions of fucking insects crawling up out of the earth all over our fucking, because of the rocks, the heat was bringing them out, and they wouldn't stop. And we were toast, man. We were just like, like just laying back like that. And then
covered in bugs.
And I looked at my friend, and it was just like his whole body was crawling. Oh, dude, that was fucking unnerving.
Wow.
The girls freaked out.
Of course.
Yeah.
What did you do?
We just jumped in the river. It was all cool.
Yeah.
It was fun though.
When we were kids, we used to, when we lived in Colorado, we in the summertime, like, again, we didn't have like money, and my dad's like, I got to entertain these fucks, like, take us like fishing. It was like, sit there for hours, just like, but he would be like, here, go stick. He handed us like a battery and some prongs. So he goes, go stick this in the ground and catch the worms. Dude, I loved doing that. Just fucking sticking the thing in the ground, and then all these worms would come up. That shit was wild. Yep, and then we'd go fishing. Oh my God, my great grandfather. We went out camping at this lake in Colorado, like way up in the mountains. I don't remember what lake it was. It was a big lake. I mean, this lake, you couldn't see the other side, so I could probably figure out what lake it was if I looked it up. But anyway, we got this little dinghy boat, and my dad and my grandfather and we went out for like a couple hours, and we didn't catch anything, and we come back. And my great grandfather, I don't know how old he was then. I mean, I was only like 11 maybe. So I don't know how old he is. In his 80s, maybe pushing 90. Him and my great grandmother get in the boat, and he's like, I'm gonna show you how it's done. Gets in the boat, and my great grandmother starts the engine and puts it in reverse. And they're going in circles in reverse, and they keep waving at us like they're gonna go out. And it just kept going in circles. and my dad had to like go out and help them and get the boat straight, and then they go out and then they're gone, and it's like hours have gone by, and we're like, fuck, like we all are just thinking they're in the middle of the lake going around in circles, and then they finally come back like with a boat full of fish. I mean, I don't know how many they caught, but like we didn't have to catch any more fish the rest of the trip. We just ate that for as long as we were camping. And it was just funny because, man, when they started that boat and tried to go out, we're like, they're never coming back. And then he comes back, showed us all up. He's like, this is how you fish. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I like fishing.
Yeah.
I went, you know Jesse from our season. I went deep sea fishing with him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, down in the Bahamas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We went. Him and I. It was a whole group. It was all the guys.
Yeah. That's where you got married.
Yeah. It was my friend
celebration or something.
My friend Adam. He's like a stunt man.
Yeah.
He's not like a stunt man. He is a stunt man.
Yeah.
And he's just always up for extreme. And it was like morning of the wedding. He was like, well, the night before, he's like, let's go swim with sharks tomorrow. I was like, dude, I'm getting married tomorrow. I'm like, I don't want to go swim with sharks. No, and he's like, he's got like a brochure and everything. And he like flips brochure. He goes, how about deep sea fishing? I was like, all right, fine. I was like, we have to be back by this time. And he goes, dude, we'll be back.
Yeah.
We get in the boat. Well, first of all, we got to get to the boat. It's the Bahamas, and we have to be at this boat at like 7 a.m. And we've been up partying all night.
Yeah.
We're in the Bahamas. I got all my guys. And we're all just like hungover as fuck in the lobby waiting for the taxi to show up. And it's this small van, like vans you don't see in the U.S. These are like vans that come from other countries that get dropped off.
Yeah.
And it's this weird van. And the back axle's bent. Like the wheels are like crawling. And we're like, we all look at each other, and Adam's like hopping in this thing. Like, it's all good. I'm like, all right, if Adam's in, I'm in.
Yeah.
He's that kind of guy. Like, if he's doing it, like, you're good.
Yeah.
Right? So we all get in the van. And this guy's got this like gospel church service going.
Beautiful.
Like this pastor is just like yelling, like that scary kind of like, this is a fucking movie right now.
Totally.
And
that's what I play when I leave the house, so I don't get robbed.
That's a good idea. Mm-hmm. And my dad reaches up to turn the stereo, and the guy slaps my dad's hand and turns it back, and he's like, don't touch the radio. And it was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And we're all just like freaking out. Yeah. And then we get to the dock, and this boat starts pulling up, and it's not fancy. There's nothing like, it's just like, it looks like a boat that's just been out on the water for a long time, and it's it's big enough that there's a place for everyone to sit, and there's all these rods. Yeah. And this guy, he's an expat. He was from like New Jersey or something, and he like retired down in the Bahamas and just runs this fishing boat.
Nice.
And we get on, and then I'm like, Adam, we have to be back, obviously.
Yeah.
And we get on this boat, and we just start going out. It's deep sea fishing, right? We went until I couldn't see land anymore. I was like, fuck. I was like, dude, this is far. We went out. We drove straight out for probably 2.5 hours. Didn't catch anything. And then he's like, I know another place. We'll go back in. And so we start going back in, and we got like along the seawall, like, it's still deep, but like where it cliffs off.
Yeah.
And we started trolling that. And then Jesse and I both started catching stuff. My brother caught a barracuda.
Nice.
Which was big, but the guy was like, throw that back. And then Jesse caught a wahoo.
Yeah.
And it was a big one. It was like a 40-pound wahoo. And then I caught like a 40-pound. Ours were both very similar in size. Mine was like a 40-pound mahi. And we took them back to the hotel, and they cooked them up for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that.
That was dope.
Fuck yeah.
I want to do some deep sea fishing again.
Fuck yeah.
You ever done it?
Did it last night. All right, bro. Let's do it, man.
Wrap this up?
Yeah.
All right.
Tired looking.
Yeah, face. Oh, yeah, shit. Maybe we should wrap this up. Dude, thank you for coming out, man.
Hey. It's always a pleasure, my friend.
I appreciate all the things that you said about, the life after and separating from it. That means a lot.
Yep.
And it was good to hear because, it's been running around in my head like a fucking marathon.
I know.
So,
I know, man.
yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right. Take care, my friend.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to A Bunch of Losers with me, Derrick Fox. Please comment below if you guys have questions for any of these guests. I'm sure they would love to answer, and I'll answer as well. So let me know below. Also, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, and then also make sure you're following us on Instagram, A Bunch of Losers with Derrick Fox, so you get the update on the new episodes. We will be launching them weekly. All right, thanks, losers.
Action.